I said yesterday in reflection that I've been noticing that the past couple of videos have been very warrior like. And in fact, in one of them, I invite you to ask yourself what invokes your warrior. And that warrior energy is incredibly important because it's the activation, right? It's the pulling of the sword and striking out for new ground and new territory. And it is imperative. And for me, it's what took me to really get active and taking a super aggressive and almost militaristic approach in both creating a structure for myself and creating a structure to do this inner work that I think is so imperative. But alongside that, and one of the things that I talk about a lot is the difference between primal and savage, where with primal, you are down to your basis instincts, you are telling the truth, you're accepting the dark and the light of your personality, but you are doing that with wisdom. Savage is you are hacking and burning, and you are results focused, but at the sacrifice of every other thing. Now, results, be them in your business, be them in the quality of your relationships, be them in the quality of your relationship with God. Of course, that's what everything is about. That's the fruit of our labor. However, first of all, you have to enjoy the process. You can't only be end driven because you'll never make it there if you're not enjoying the process along the way, however arduous it becomes. And this is where the lover comes in. So the lover for men and for women gives you pliability. It gives you suppleness. It gives you a sense of sensuality. Yes, sexuality, but sensuality to weave in throughout your day. And I suggest as a man, this is a very important element to invite in. And it can come out, it can be very like Eros-based, where you get very like seductive. I'm all for that. I think that's amazing. But because what I focus on here at Body of Truth, and I am Rebecca Windsor, is that balance of male and female energy, I invite your lover to invite your inner woman out as well. See what that lover energy shows up at when you just settle down into your body and you invite the energy, the feminine energy that lives within you forward. And just see what that feels like. Now, most men are very out of touch with their feminine energy, and of course they are. They are completely told to negate it. Our whole society is built around, for women and for men, to put your masculine capabilities first of cognition, of getting things done, of checking your box and getting your results, like crossing the finish line, putting in the effort, being disciplined. But, and this must be tempered with creativity and pliability and enjoyment and pleasure. And these are aspects of both the feminine, and they also come out in your lover. So with all this stridency of forging forward and finding your voice, yes, I don't back away from that for a moment. But what came up for me today is this little more, certainly more subtle, but a much more feminine, sinewy way to be in the world today. And that kind of welcoming and opening we are all hungry for. We all know how to charge forward. We know how to sew up our heart tight even when it hurts and keep moving. But what I'm asking you to do today is to get a little softer and open. So there's one of my favorite old stories is the wind and the sun enter into a contest. Who can remove this man's coat as this pilgrim makes his way down the path? And so the wind goes, I'll go first, I'll show you, and sends a gale force wind. And so, of course, what does the man do? He clutches his coat around him even tighter. And then the gentle energy of the sun comes down. And the rays of the sun gently warm the man to the point where he very slowly shrugs off his coat and puts it over his arm. And that is the energy that I suggest that you bring forth today. Give yourself a little sun. Give yourself a little undulation. We know how to be militaristic. I'm asking you to fall out of rank, to twitch your hip, to wink, and see what that feels like to you. And I will see you tomorrow.